Hello, third graders. Welcome to lesson 2.11. Today we are talking about patterns. What are patterns? What do you know about those? Okay, patterns repeat, right? They repeat themselves over and over. And so you have different types of patterns here, right? Let's just pull out this one here, right? This one's kind of curved that way, then down and curved that way, then back, right? Over. These are examples of patterns. We can also have number patterns. And our goal today is to be able to use a frame and arrow diagram to find the missing number in a pattern. Now, if you don't know what a frame and arrow diagram is, don't worry, you're about to find out in a few minutes. All right, we're going to start with this math message problem. So look at these three numbers, 37, 40, 43. What do you think the next three numbers would be? Okay, did you say, well, what did you have to do? First, we had to figure out what was happening here. So I like to look at these with little jumps or arrows up here, and we're going to see that in just a moment. So how did we get from 37 to 40? Well, I know that, let's see, 37, 38, 39, 40, plus 3. And then we have to test to make sure it keeps working. Plus 3, did that work? Yes, it did. So 43 plus 3 would be 46. Plus 3 more equals 49. Plus 3 more equals 52. These would be the next three numbers here. How about the missing numbers here? Let's talk about this one first, right? Look at what's happening in the pattern. What do you think should go right here? Hey, well, let's see. 27 to 25. So that went down by 2. 27, 26, 25, 2. So 25 go down to, you should have said 23. Okay. Then 21, right? That 23 minus 2 is 21. Go down 2 more, you're at 19. Go down 2 more, you're at 17. All right, one more of these that is a little tricky. Be careful. What do you think the next two numbers here could be? All right, first we have to figure out what's happening in the pattern, and I don't have room to label it, but 1 to get to 2. Okay, so maybe it's plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 4. Well, that didn't work. So what else could it be? Let's see. If they're going up, it has to either be adding or multiplying, right? Then that's a good rule to know. If the numbers are going up, it's always adding or multiplying. If the numbers are going down, it's always subtracting or dividing. So we know it's not adding. What could we multiply here? Let's see. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. It's working. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 2. Wow, that's a lot of twos. You can count by twos to get all the way up to 32. So with patterns, this is our idea. We're going to be using these frames and arrows to represent the patterns. And the frames are going to be these shapes here that you see. This case, it's hexagon. And the arrows are where the rule is happening, right? So look at this, right? This says times 2. So we're putting the rule up here on the arrows, times 2. So 1, this is what we just did. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 2 is 32. Okay, just like we were seeing with those patterns before. This one is one of the same rules that we had, but with different numbers. 17 times 2, excuse me, not times, minus. 17 minus 2 is 15. Minus 2 is 13. Yep, that works. Minus 2 is 11. Minus 2 is 9. minus 2 is 7. Now, if you are doing the pattern and you get to one that's already here and you're like, wait a minute, that doesn't work, then that means that you made some kind of error before that. So the arrow is the one that carries the rule, whatever the rule is, and the frames, the shapes, are going to carry our numbers. Hey, let's do one that's this. Oh, look at this. Divide by 2. Actually, we're going to save divide by 2 for the next page. Let's do this one down here together. So number 5 is plus 10. Plus 10, plus 10. All right, what should go there? 82, right? Plus 10. Is this one right? Sure it is, right? 82 plus 10. What should go here? 102. 102 plus 10 more, 112. Okay. Now I know I have lots of examples that I didn't get to because I want to do one on your page here together. So find us Math Journal page 57. All right. Now I know some of these are labeled differently. You're going to be doing most of this page since we've done some together already here on the video. But I want to look at number 4 because number 4 says divide by 2. Remember, I skipped that one on the last page. So divide by 2 is the same as cutting something in half, right? If you had a cupcake and your sister wanted some and your mom says, split that in half, what did you do? Well, you created 2 equal pieces. And that's what we're doing here. So we're going to label the arrows with our rule. Divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 2. When you, not divided by 5. Why did I say that? No fives here. Divided by 2, divided by 2. When you get to when you are working on this on your own, I want to see on top of the arrows, I want to see all the rules, right? So we're splitting this in half. 48 divided by 2 is 24. If you split that in half, you get 24. 24 split it in half, you get 12. 12 split it in half, right? Imagine we had our arrays. Remember this? We did that for a reason. I'm splitting 12 into 2 rows. What is 12 divided by 2? 6, right? And then if I had 6 divided by 2, that one's a little easier to visualize in our head. 6 people split into 2 groups would be 3. Now, you're going to work on the rest of the page. I do want to show you one weird one here. Look at this. There's no rule there. What are you going to do? You have to figure out the rule. You can do it, right? You're going to have to look at what's here, what would go in these spots, and try to figure out what the rule is over the arrows. So that is your goal today. You are completing Math Journal, page 57. All right. If you need any help with anything, please make sure to let me know. I will see you next time, and good luck.